one should become a volunteer because it's a two-way street. You give something to the community, but then you also get something for yourself. And it's about compassion, and it's about spreading ideas and spending time with people and meeting new people. And I think that's also something that promotes peace and solidarity.
I want to tell you a bit more about SCI, which was founded after the First World War, because there was this Swiss pacifist, Pierre Ceresol, who went to this pacifist meeting in the Netherlands in 1990, and he came up with this idea to organize international voluntary projects where people could come together with different backgrounds, different nationalities, work together for the reconstruction of the destroyed villages after the First World War, and experience by living together that people can live together, can resolve conflicts by dialogue, by getting to know each other better.
Peace can be reached through volunteering, for example, in a way that you have a group of people that are from different areas or different nationalities, different cultures. They come together and they work together, and we can reach an understanding by that.
From a balcony just shot the child because she was a gypsy. The child was 18 months. She is alive, but she probably has permanent damage. And it also happened again with the 3 young children because you're underage, and they were playing with a gun. So these things are happening again, and so that's why we have to keep going every day, all the time, and actually be very aware of what is going on, keep our eyes open, and keep doing all events that loudly say that we are against fascism and that we want to welcome anybody in this country.
Volunteering is one of the many forms to change whatever you don't like, but it's a different approach compared to, okay, now I'll think about it, I'll read everything I could about it, I'll write everything I could about it, and I'll have my very strong opinion, but then in practice you don't do anything. So volunteering is one of those things, one of those ways of acting and really interacting with reality, interacting with the surrounding environment, and putting your ideas in practice.
I don't think I can live without volunteering because I interpret volunteering as a form of activism. For me, volunteering means to be part of a society, actively struggling for some principles, for some even political issues that I consider important and fundamental.
Period of the project, which means from the beginning of last century until the Second World War, is very important for the project because I believe, and I think everybody will agree with this, that SCI as an international movement really started with the Civil War in Spain. It was the first time after the first war camp of Esne near Verdun. It was the first time that really the forces of volunteers are canalized in an international way towards a peace solution. So during the Civil War in Spain, from 36 to 39, there was a lot of bombing, and a lot of people, children, old people, women, these people that we say more fragilized, all these people had to escape the war spaces, and it was not easy. And so from Switzerland, the SCI organization, which were there at that time, decided to send trucks to Spain in order to help these people to escape the war bombing. Yeah? So after this, they helped when really the dictator was winning the war, and that a lot of people were escaping to France as refugees. SCI with other organizations, but SCI was really somehow the central point of these many organizations. SCI helped refugees to get to France, and there is this beautiful experience of Elna, this maternity in Elna that volunteers went to visit, which is somehow kind of dream among the war. Yeah? This lady, Elizabeth, who participated in the first project during the Civil War in Spain. She organized a maternity in Elna in order to help the women, Spanish women, and not only Spanish, also other women who were on the beaches of Argelès in somehow concentration camps. She helped them to get birth to their children. Yeah?
Violence is something which is completely opposite to peace. Yeah. Then if we, as a social activist, we work for peace using, which is the aim of SCI, using volunteer work is a way for us to achieve the utopia, which is the absence of violence.
Well, to be honest, volunteering became like something in my blood. I've been volunteering for 7 years now, and like it's not like just like 1 hour or two. It's like average 5-7 hours a day with kids, with people with disabilities, with internationals. So it's just like it's a way of giving something to the community. And like I live and I was born in a refugee camp, so for us it's like working also with refugees is just something, especially the new generation and the kids, to not let them face the thing that we faced in the past and try to give them something better, more or less, and a way to help other people, more or less.
So this is a concept of a study camp where international volunteers are exploring the history of OWA Poland. So by discussing the things that happened in the past, we can see that a lot of these things are still happening today. We face similar challenges, but we also try to solve similar issues. Maybe the context, the political context has changed, social and economic, but kind of deeply, us as humans, we are the same, we have the same needs, and often our motivations are similar in the past and today. The challenges are the same, so it's very interesting to meet the younger generation of volunteers, to understand better how they perceive different issues that we deal with, and also to observe how voluntary work has changed in the last 20 years.
How we do things has changed over the years, but what hasn't changed is why we do them. We still do them for the same purpose as we did in the beginning. We still use a lot of the same ideas. It's still about people meeting each other, about resolving conflict, about different generations sharing, learning from each other, And every new generation that comes in has to find their own way to do this, but still chooses to contribute to that same goal. And I think that is actually essential, that we have that space for new people to come in, find out how they can contribute, and let them contribute in their own way. So that change is good. And I think the one constant over these years is that the purpose is still the same.
I wish to myself, to all of us, to SCI, but also to OWA Poland, to find this, to like keep working also with this positive energy, and somehow affecting people with spirit of a common work for peace, however we are going to define it.
I think with SCI's 100-year anniversary, it's a good opportunity to reflect back, and also, more importantly, to look forward in a new, refreshed vision. And I think there are many challenges for us now for our movement. And these are really important issues for building an improved civic communities throughout the world. The challenges, I think, are many, but we have to engage a broader number of young people, people who are in work, and older people, and to make contributions working together to heal some of our divisions in our societies. The divisions are through ethnic groups, religious groups, gender and age. And I think, unfortunately, our society is becoming more into different silos of different people, communicating more through the internet and social media rather than through real life experiences.
So I started volunteering in Pikpa, which is a home for abandoned disabled children outside of Athens. And after just a few days there, I realized that I had found my place. I had found where I was supposed to be in this moment in my life. It was exactly there. I started to get very active and involved in the project. For a whole year, it was an amazing experience. We were living 8 to 12 people from all over Europe. We even had people from other places in the world as well, other continents. And we were staying all together, living all together, working all together, spending vacation all together, sharing our lives to an extreme. And I think that experience changed my life. It made me realize, or it opened up new roads for me, which I took and have definitely led me to where I am now. Not only the country Greece, but also the social engagement, this desire, or this way of working, which is led by your desire and by your abilities, and which starts with you and what you can give, and then opens up your life ahead of you.
In every small community that we visited and doing a work camp with our international volunteers, in the early 80s, people were looking strangely at us, and they were really surprised and asking us, "Who are you? Why are you here? What are you doing?" They had so many questions. They couldn't believe that a group of foreigners, instead of lying in the beach and sunbathing, they would work either painting an old school or building a small path going up the Didymotihon medieval castle, or working with in a lagoon protecting the seabirds, and that they found it completely strange and out of the space and time. But they were very, very friendly, and at the end I think they were very amazed by our work.
SCI started after the First World War, and now in 2020 we will celebrate the 100th anniversary. And as a movement we should really try to do something so that SCI is put on the map and that we can all celebrate together this very important movement. And maybe it's also the time to reflect on what is the role of volunteering today in society. And this seminar has really helped us in looking back at what we have done and also giving us some input on how to reflect on the future of international volunteering.
They have different opinions, they have different religions, they have different cultures. Sometimes it will look crazy for you. And when you realize that this makes the diversity of this world and the richness of what we have, then you feel in peace, because you say, wow, you don't have to be afraid anymore. You just need to enjoy this world that you have around you and try to help them. They will help you back. We all have different situations where we need help from someone else. So just be open-minded, listen, try to understand. If you don't understand, don't judge, and just enjoy being a volunteer in this world.